Instagram is a place where a lot of people create glorified illusions of their lives for the internet instead of actually enjoying them. This makes most normal people feel massively inferior as they don't have time to shoot 306 angles of their Wednesday evening and pay someone to Photoshop out their spots and huge ears. I basically gained no followers between 2017 and now and had the happiest years of my life in that time, which, if I've learned anything by now, was totally counterproductive. This week I'm gonna pay professional video and image editors to make my life more interesting over 5 posts on Instagram to demonstrate how you shouldn't believe everything you see on the internet. A truly sickening reality has probably dawned on a lot of you, and as you're midway through clicking the dislike button on every account you own, let me just address it.
Shame. Shame.
You are the chosen one.
Shame.
You are fake news. He's a fool, yeah?
I thought most people would just assume it was fake. Once it made global news, I didn't have the heart to break it to the world. I've been trying to get this video out as soon as possible, and a lot of networks and news companies sort of contacted me to ask me if they could share the content, and I told every one of them, like, yes, of course, but it is fake. At that point, I felt like it was kind of on them. It got to the point where I actually considered scrapping this video entirely and allowing the world to continue life blissfully believing my cat was the second coming of Gordon Banks. That was my 4th Insta post out of 5, and I'll get onto the story of that a little later on, but let's start with my first post of the week. So I wanted at least one of these to be a video, and I was thinking I could do a football trick shot. You know, you see Marco Reus or Messi or whoever, you know, the bottle flip. Then I thought it would be way more fun to do a trick shot gone wrong. What I think I'm going to do is put a mini goal on top of one of our cars, and I look like I'm about to hit a sweet top bins. You know, followers are very used to that sort of thing. And then just absolutely hammer it through one of the windows. What I've done, so that's where Shan's car is going to be in the video. I now have put a wheelie bin there and put a bit of tape in front of the window. So I've got, basically I need to hit it underneath that bit of tape. Wayne Rooney's Street Striker still living strong after all these years. I'll take a little shot of the car sat there without the wheelie bin again, and with some special effects, should be able to mask them together. I think the annoying thing is this is quite an impressive trick shot in itself. I swear I've absolutely smashed that. I then just needed some stationary shots of the car to mask in. And then one with the window down. I genuinely think that's everything I need. I'm just going to stop the camera and check, because there's always something. Forgot to put the goal on the car. Okay, and now I'm just going to get in the car and try like rocking it back to give a little bit of a momentum for like when the ball goes through the car window. I look insane. Vamos. I'm so tired of hearing that YouTubers have no talent. To prove my girlfriend wrong, here's a sweet little volley into the goal on top of her car. The guy who's done this for me, incredible job. I'll leave his links in the description. We've even managed to incorporate the, see how the car like shakes. How did you spend your Thursday afternoon in lockdown? Anyway, I think that's pretty much there. So I'm gonna upload that as my post for today, and we'll see how it does. There's no locations of Swaztekers, that's a real shame. Swazalicious. Yes!
That looks so good.
And I'm just trying to think of the caption. Do you reckon that? Right, ready? First post. Share. I think this could be our best one, and I think we've peaked with it already, so I'm hoping this does quite well. We have had a comment that says the car window was Hugh Wizzy. Go yourself. The viewers are just absolutely lapping it up. My girlfriend's mum commented, and I had to phone her and tell her that we hadn't actually smashed her daughter's window. Dennis Bergkamp has been very quiet since this was posted. It's actually gained me like 1,000 followers, which is unheard of in the last year for my Instagram. So it's a few days later now, and I thought I'd update you on how the video of the car window smash went. Quite well. So I wasn't even like gonna upload it to Twitter, but then I ended up doing that, and it is on pretty much 1 million views, 4.5k retweets, and like that's probably my biggest engaging tweet for at least a year. For one of these, I wanted a nice little summer shot of me looking into the sky. So I'm just gonna light a barbecue here. The plan was to be looking up at clear blue skies in 2020 and have the Death Star and a middle finger looking back at me.
Have a look at that and try to the right angle.
white, but then again I am quite white.
No.
I like your honesty. We got a couple of nice options for the cloud middle finger and the Death Star, but I think it's got to be this one because it's picturesque. We've smashed it there. After sending this one over to our Photoshop wizards, we had a middle finger in the sky and a Death Star lurking behind the cloud. So I thought that was pretty good. I thought we'd done that fairly well. What did I go with? I went with 2020 Summer Skies. Could have been better. That one in the end got 98,000 likes. I think that's a bit of a stinker on that front. A good idea, but didn't bang on my Insta. So as this is Instagram, obviously I need at least one photo of me topless. I'm more than prepared to do that for the video. In fact, I thought up this part before I thought up the actual video. But a normal topless photo, you know, a lot, it's been done before on Instagram. It's just gonna get lost in the torrent of shameless, self-absorbed influencers on there. I thought, what could be more alpha than bench pressing your girlfriend, which I can't do for the record, but with a bit of Photoshop. Glad I didn't ask Ollie to come and film with me today. 3rd degree burns before the intro. So after taking a couple of photos of bench press, it's not really gonna work. I think I'm gonna go for a squat instead. So I was thinking that. Okay. A nice little shot with the bushes in the background. Ignore the vandalism.
The line on the floor, yeah.
that I did for the last video.
Wait, will that wash off? Can you try and look less like you're doing?
Could you tell me which angle looks best? Just by looking at me. Like, if I'm like this.
That is quite good. No.
Someone just cycled past. Made eye contact.
I just want to pull your shorts up slightly.
That's the one. I think those will work. You got something there? Right. So I think it's one like that that's going to be the one. We need a photo of Shan and Smudge looking like they're lying up there. So just come down there. Some people are just made for the camera.
People? Four? Good boy.
He actually looks well trained and not a on camera. Imagine having a real job. We needed a shot of Shannon with 2 points of contact holding her up, so this seemed like the best idea at the time.
I do not feel safe.
We finally got some good shots of Shannon in the right position. What did it cost? So it'll look something like that. I haven't quite decided if the cat on top is going to work. But... Now this one I knew was going to be really difficult. So for this one I went up onto a site called Upwork and tried to find some like genuine Photoshop master. This is what we had to start off with. Now, like I said, I wasn't sure about what to do with Smudge. I was gonna put Smudge on the top as well. It just didn't really work. So this is what I got back after spending my money. What they've done, they have made, I basically said, could you just make the bloke look better? How do you explain this concept to someone online? So I was just like, I'll just pretend I'm someone else. The nipple has grown a lot. I think that's the main thing you notice first. But yeah, she kind of smashed making muscles look better and stuff. The reason I'm doing this is to show you the type of process that some celebrities and influencers definitely go through every time they upload a photo, and how unrealistic the photos they do upload are as a depiction of their bodies or lives. I'm not saying everyone photoshops their photos, but everyone edits their photos to some degree, whether it's lighting or texture to make themselves look better. Taking 300 photos per post so you can select the one that makes you look most unlike your actual self as possible is almost just as bad as Photoshop. My point is, I know a lot of people struggle with the standards this whole mentality and process sets. The standards of society of like the ideal body have got way higher in the last, like maybe last decade. Going back to my body transformation video, like it was fun, but also I don't want to live like that. It's important to remember that like if you've got a bit of fat or, you know, like you can't see your abs, that's the healthy and normal physical form for our species. Having said that, exercise is really important. These days I do it as much for their mental health side of it, the benefits of reducing anxiety and depression, as much for the physical side of it. Anyway, what video was I doing again? Hadn't quite got the arm right, like the hand, I don't think we'd quite got the right photo to send over. I decided to have a little tweak of it and yeah, got it looking like hand much better. Like that looks very realistic. That is what I posted on Instagram, and that one did very well. People didn't really seem to twig that it was Photoshop. They're gonna be massively disappointed when I actually put a photo of myself topless up on Insta. Poor Photoshop, this lad. Just isn't though, is it? Alpha male, yes! Get in. That is all I wanted from this video. Followers are recognizing me for who I truly am. That's a definite W on that one. Finally, we move on to the most anticipated section of the video. Now, I came up with this idea with a production team behind me of some bloke on the internet. So I do just want to reiterate that I expected it to come across fairly fake, but I thought it would be funny to see my Cato, you know, flying across the goal and tipping absolute fundamentals from me over the bar. Now, last time I introduced my viewers to the beast that shares our household, it went down pretty well.
Here he is again. Here he is again. That's astonishing.
So I thought, why not turn my Instagram into a funny cat Facebook page. Today, with a bit of editing, I'm gonna make him look like David De Gea 2 years ago. 99 reflexes, 99 agility, cat chemistry style applied. Little go. Mate. Just in your face. Go. Oh. Doesn't care. Back to the drawing board. So my plan there was to get him jumping at balls in the air, and then I could mask me kicking them at him later over it. Anyway, I realised I just needed shots of him jumping through the air. Right, I have a new idea. It involves this dubious looking pink flamingo. Almost. There we go, that's a bit better. Yes, there it is. Right, that was a good one, I think. You might start to recognise some of these. What are you doing? Yes! That was a banger. Ow! After I saw how good some of the clips looked of him jumping, I knew that I could get something out of this. So I selected 11 saves that looked really good, and then taped a coaster to my tripod and put it in exactly the point where he had made the save on camera. Then it just rested on my football ability to hit the coaster for each clip, so naturally I was up until 5 AM. Luckily, I realised after a while that I didn't actually have to hit the coaster each time. I just needed to get it close enough. There was one clip we had where he did like 2 jumps in quick succession. So I thought the first one, it would work like so well if I managed to time it right. So do the first one as like a feint, and then the second one as the actual save, like as if I fake shotted. It just worked like far better than I could have possibly ever dreamed. To make it look really good though, like the ball I made sure started in the area where he was looking for each clip, because there were a few clips where he was looking off to the side or like looking up, so I switched a couple to headers as well, and then all there was to do was to get the rebounds recorded. So like I threw it at the coaster a couple of times and then just dropped it on the floor for like bounces and stuff. I did this too well. I'm very sorry. I'm just gonna let you watch the final product. I've put goalkeeper commentary over it. This is the best thing I've ever made, not let alone for this video, I think ever. Since getting a cat, I've learned they will do anything in their power to make your day worse. Observe. Yes, there it is.
It's real dynamism, wonderful chance, and the goal is picked up by Neuer! Hooray! What a save! And he slaps Messi's header over the bar! And then a great save! And on it down, a wonderful save by Schmeichel!
That cross.
There's the cross! There's a brilliant save! That is world class! All the way through, oh what a save! Lullaby! Oh, magnificent save by Van der Sar! And a great save by Jennings!
That is quite the most remarkable piece of goalkeeping I have ever seen.
Surely some bar. He's made the save on the halfway line. Oh, it's class. It's absolutely class. Smudge has just smashed it out of the park. I've been trying to think of funny cat goalkeeper puns for a while, but I think Meow Well Neuer is kind of the best I've got. Yeah, I'll just go with that.
but the lockdown sports craze appears to have found its way to the UK. Chris Dixon's cat, dubbed Musial, Neuer.
Have a look at this. YouTuber Chris Dixon's cat. It's probably the best goalkeeper I've ever seen.
That is a magnificent Moggy style, isn't it?
Oh,
unbeatable.
Beautiful.
He just comes out of nowhere when he's not even in the goal. He's just wandering around and he can hear it and his back's turned and he still saves the guy.
Magnificent save by Van der Sar.
That genuinely makes me want to get a cat. If I had a guarantee that a cat would do that, I would do that all day.
You don't. I'm sorry, James. If you were one of the few people who didn't have this forced down your throat on the internet this week, let me catch you up on how this did. Let's have a look on Twitter, shall we? Currently, it is on 84,000 retweets on my Twitter with 11.6 million views. I was hoping for this to, you know, like this has the potential to get like 5 to 10k retweets, like with half people about expecting it to be fake. I didn't expect it to hit the mainstream media. There were so many better puns than Meow Neuer. People really shamed me in the comments. Bayern Munich paid someone to edit a comparison whose wages I will happily cover if you'd like to get in contact, chaps, between my cat and one of the greatest goalkeepers ever. Let's just head on over to Facebook now. Oh my god. So like I said, when networks and stuff asked me to use a clip, I told them yes, but it is fake. I think I told actually everyone with the Daily Mail because we had a bit of a mix up with responding to emails. 41 million views. 41 million. So weirdly, it didn't do very well on Insta. It only got 348k. Like, sorry, I got totally sidetracked the actual point of this video. The amount of messages I got from people saying that it was on like the news in their country. Like, I think we heard, so France, New Zealand, Netherlands, obviously UK, US. It was on Good Morning America apparently. From my Twitter, it got 11.5, but from everything in total, it was probably something like 200 mil, which is insane. The power of cat Facebook is truly unrivaled. Oh yeah, I did get asked to go on BBC News to talk about it. Politely declined that. Didn't think lol JK lads it was fake would go down brilliantly live on BBC News. I think that's the only thing of mine that has ever gone viral. So, well done Smudge, putting a roof over our head. So finally, after the car window video did so well, I can't stress this enough, I really enjoy inflicting damage to Fiat 500s, I decided to do a second one. This time the idea was Shanna's just been at the garage, you know, getting a new window, and I am redoing the trick shot as she pulls into the drive. She nailed looking at me with disappointment in her eyes a little too well. So I then did exactly the same thing, brought the bin set up again and nailed it on the 4th attempt. Absolute madness once again. Just get a better car. So this is what we've ended up with. Not the most realistic clip I've made in all of these, but it works. Attempt 2 at this trick shot. The girlfriend's car has been replaced by a wheelie bin. Still got the goal on the top because she is currently at the garage getting a new window and maybe a new partner. I've put the goal a bit further away to prove myself as well after last time. Here goes. Just get a better car. It just has to be Republic of Czechoslovakia for the location of this one. So once again with this one, I put it on Instagram and Twitter. On Insta, it did okay. It was probably similar views to the first one. The first one got about 400. Yeah, this one did fairly similar. Still a solid performance. Got me a sneaky 1,000 followers, which is good again for any of my posts. And once again, I put it on Twitter as well. 600k views, so it didn't do quite as well as the first, but still, like, you know, 3.3k retweets, still worth a post, you know? I think this went better than I was expecting, really, which is great. In conclusion, through demonstrating how easy it is to fake stuff online, these posts did very well for me, and I can now see how to grow on the internet, and you can probably never trust anything I post ever again. See you next week for a pack opening. It's actually really important to me that you know I will never fake a pack opening. Also, if you'd like to see Smudge more than me, then Shannon also uploads videos with him. And also thank you to her for understanding my need for letting me abuse her car on the internet.